the fourth one of my faves, content discipline knowledge. Now, when I talk about content discipline knowledge, I do not mean facts and figures and regurgitation and memorisation, because that is just stuff we can Google. I think there is some of that stuff that our students still need to know. Elements on the first 20 elements on the periodic table are always fun to do with students, but it's about what they can do with it afterwards in terms of atomic number and so on that's really important, not about learning the stuff off by heart. So it's no longer good enough to just say they need to know this, they need to know that, they need to know that, and to be able to regurgitate stuff. They may need to know some of that stuff, but they have to move beyond that. And this is really challenging, I think, particularly for us in secondary. Knowledge is a resource and we have to generate new knowledge. And I think that when you read a lot of the stuff around STEM, that's what they're kind of wanting. They're wanting our students to, as future people in the workforce, to be able to do this with knowledge. And it's the kind of thing that PhD students do. PhD students come, they're often fresh and whatever, they don't have all the prior ideas, and they often think about, oh, we could do this in this space. So they're able to take something and think about it in a completely different way. And that's the kind of thing I'm referring to. The other thing I'd like to talk about here, mention, is pedagogical content knowledge. That has to do with teaching those subjects in different ways. I know and understand the subject and I know where it's going, so I can help the students in learning and coming to know that subject. And that's what pedagogical content knowledge is about, and that's why it's important. So it's about the two really working together. Okay, problem-based learning, inquiry approaches, context-based teaching all require an understanding of content discipline knowledge. STEM without knowledge is discovery learning, which we had back in the 1970s, which wasn't much of a win. There was lots of hands-on, but little minds-on or cognitive engagement with students. Lots of fun, but there's no depth. It's superficial. So we do need a depth of knowledge and understanding to bring to the STEM context the problem or the question. All teaching requires a balance between content discipline knowledge, pedagogy, and pedagogical content knowledge. It is not about, I hear some people say, it's about the pedagogies. Yes, it is about the pedagogies, but it's also about content discipline knowledge, and it's also about the expertise that the teacher brings in knowing and understanding their subject and how to teach that to students. Teachers are constantly juggling those three things all the time.